Now, former Nigerian international Emmanuel Emenike has arrived in the Greek capital Athens ahead of his transfer to Super League champions Olympiacos. The Reds have reached a $2.8 million agreement with Turkish giants Fenerbahce over the transfer of the striker. Emenike will earn $2.2 million per season, but the move that has turned heads and sent talks wagging right now, Alexander Lacazette has had his medical ahead of a record transfer to English Premier League side Arsenal from French club Lyon. Lacazette is expected to sign a 5-year deal at the Emirates Stadium on Wednesday. Arsenal have agreed a club record deal with Lyon, which would rise to $67 million over the course of his contract. And in a sensational move, Manchester United legend Wayne Rooney could return to hometown team Everton 13 years after he left the club. We understand he's been left out of Man United's tour of the United States of America. Then Everton has already signed centre-back Michael Keane from Burnley for a fee which could rise to a club record $38 million. The 24-year-old Keane has signed a 5-year contract at Goodison Park. A man watching all the transfers in England is a coach at the Kent FA, the one we call the gaffer, Tobi Olubiyi. Well, he's observing all of the moves. Glad to have you on the Breakfast Show, Tobi.
It's always a privilege to be here, Solomon.
Yeah, with a medical done on Tuesday, will Arsenal delay confirmation of this record signing beyond Wednesday?
Solomon is very visible to the blind. It's very obvious that the deal is going to go through, and Lacazette is going to be an Arsenal player, and we can all see the writing is on the wall. Maybe they're just trying to play safe in order not to further jeopardize the relationship with Alexis Sanchez and the dressing room and the entire football club at the moment. I'm sure they don't want to have any bad blood in there, so I'm sure that's why they're just trying to be very careful. You know, also a few days ago, before the final, the Confederations Cup final, you know, when Alex Sanchez was asked about his future, you know, he also was playing with words, saying he knows what his future is going to be like. So you can understand why these parties have been very careful and being safe, holding the cards close to their chest. But I can assure you, Lacazette should be an Arsenal player in a few days.
Is this the answer to the Gunners' attacking problem, or do they have to make any more addition?
To be honest, there are very few attackers out there who are available and who want to come to Arsenal at this time. Don't forget, Arsenal are not playing in the Champions League this season, so it's very difficult to attract the big wigs, the marquee players, if you like. So, someone like Antonio, like Lacazette, is a very good signing for Arsenal. It's a good deal for both clubs, for Arsenal, for Lyon, and also for the player. He will play another one of the best French managers of all time. You know, so it's a win-win situation for everyone. So Lacazette, for me, is a good deal for Arsenal. You hardly find any top striker who has scored the number of goals he has scored in the last 2 seasons who are available on the transfer market. Arguably, the likes of Harry Kane, who I know who's playing in the Champions League, it can happen. Someone like Aubameyang of Borussia Dortmund, it can happen. And there are very few strikers like Lacazette who are available and will come to Arsenal at this time. So it's a win-win situation for everyone involved in the deal.
So we thought also about Olivier Giroud when he made that move 5 years ago. But then what does this portend for him, for Olivier Giroud, then maybe for one of Alexis Sanchez and Mesut Ozil at Arsenal?
Mesut Ozil is going to sign a new contract at Arsenal, about £280,000 to £300,000 a week. I don't think he's going anywhere, but Sanchez, for me, could be going to Bayern Munich or Juventus or even Manchester City. Those 3 clubs are really serious to get signatures. They're all playing in the Champions League, so it's for obvious reasons, and they're paying the money he wants. So for someone like Olivier Giroud, the World Cup is coming very fast, just in 2018 next year, and no player would want to be sitting on the bench prior to the World Cup here. So it is obvious he might be demanding a move. Everton are on the books, and Lyon are also asking for a signature, and West Ham as well at some point are asking for a signature. He just wants to play first team football, and if you remember, Lacazette, French international, he can't get on the starting lineup because of Olivier Giroud. So ironically, Olivier Giroud is now being threatened in his club by the man he's putting on the bench in the national team. You know, football could be very funny funny at times. But I don't know what Somalia is going to do. It's a very difficult one because you've got top attackers who all want to play first team football. But maybe because of the change of system to 3-4-3, maybe he feels he can accommodate the likes of Giroud, Lacazette, and Ozil in the same attacking trio. It's too close to tell. I think with time we will know what Oliver Giroud will decide his future.
Now we understand that Manchester United legend, some people will argue this, Wayne Rooney could return to his hometown club Everton. Now, is this a downgrade for Rooney or the realistic move under the circumstances?
It's not. He has to be open. Like I said earlier about the World Cup here. When Rooney also want to show he still merits a place in the England World Cup squad. He's not been in the team for a while now, as has not been playing regularly for United. So he'll be thinking going to Everton. I just give him a chance. Not necessarily starting week in, week out, but at least you get a lot of games at Everton. And you can see Everton are really splashing the cash in this transfer window. There also talks about them being linked to Olivier Giroud, as Lukaku has been linked to Chelsea. So they might be looking to strengthen also up front. Don't forget Delufolu has also gone away from the club to Barcelona. They've released Aaron Okoni. So they might be needing legs up front, and Rooney might just be the man. He's a boyhood hero of Everton. He doesn't need to play week in, week out, but those few games that he would play, I'm sure he'll be able to give them something special. Everton look like they're building a very technical side, signing the kind of players from Ajax, from Malaga. They're signing some very technical players, and Rooney fits the bill.
Well, that's a very great insight there from the gaffer, Tobi Olubiyi, all the way from Kent in England, telling us all about the transfers and the possible moves. We'll see what happens later in the day. Thank you so much there, Tobi Olubiyi.